Look over here.
Ew.
Hello.
It doesn't work as well because we're not talking about Drag Race, but any time is a good time for Jada Essence Hall.
Yes, absolutely.
Period. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series, where today we are diving into the looks from episode 1 of, or capítulo uno of MorbiDrags, Reinas Malditas. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Jesus, words have been hard today. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water, and here's a cup mug with a duck on it.
Wonderful.
LanaGcreations.etsy.com. Link in the description. Jesus.
Hola, I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I am here to talk shit and get hit. I am also drinking the very last bit of my water. Yes. So, very excited to talk about these clowns, because a lot of them were dressed up as clowns. But very excited. Very, very excited.
Lots of clownery. See, when you
Clownery,
do clownery, your titty bib falls
The clown,
sometimes.
yeah. What was it? When you bite the clown bites back.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to dive into the premiere looks from the first episode of MorbiDrags. Very, very excited. We're loving the first episode, and we talked all about it in our first episode recap. So if you have not checked that out, make sure to go check it out. We were joined by our extra special guest, the beautiful, fabulous, wonderful, and big ol' bitch, Desiree Dick, from the Boulet Brothers Dragula season 666. And we're so happy to have her, hopefully on and off for the whole season. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure to go check that out. And we're going to talk about the looks here. So we're going to do that. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And make sure to check out the description below, where you can find all of our audio podcast links, as well as our other YouTube channels and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. So without further ado, slide over here. Actually, I need to go here first, because I wanted to make sure that we highlighted the looks from both the Holy Trinity and the Conclave, because if we have 7 fucking judges, we might as well talk about the looks from the 7 fucking judges.
Lord.
So on the left here, we have our Holy Trinity, plus our guest judge, the man.
Manuel. So we have
Manuel.
Midas, Aradia, Kovac, and Manuel.
Yes.
The
And then
left.
on the left. And then on the right, we have Astra, Paradox, and Arcana. Our Conclave.
Untouchable Conclave. I mean,
yes.
I like a lot of these looks, but girl, Astra's
eating the girls up.
Yeah, fully. The fact that Astra is dressed better than the supposed Holy Trinity is wild. The only one that even comes close, in my opinion, is Aradia, which I also think has a really good look.
Yeah, Aradia looks great.
Like, hello? How did Astra come up with this? Hello? This is wild. This is wild, but it's beautiful.
She is just like, and I mean, going through her Instagram, it's all this.
Yes.
It's all concept. It's all insectoid. It's all just absolutely stunning in every possible way. Like, I'm just absolutely transfixed by everything she's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's fucking stunning.
Yeah, it makes sense why she's a judge.
It absolutely does. I absolutely love it. I love Aradia here. I think Aradia looks great. Very on theme as well. I like what Midas is wearing, actually. I like his look. We saw him and Kovac in the like video message early in the episode as well, right?
It was weird because
It was them out of drag, right?
I don't know if it was them or if it was other people. It was weird. It was
Whoever
weird.
they were. Whew.
Y'all can call me. This entire cast can call me, including Astra. Astra, call me.
Yeah. Yeah. Kovac looks good as well. Definitely looks good. Everybody is looking good. Paradox looks
Yeah.
like I really like this. The suit is clean, it's fresh,
Mm-hmm.
done. Arcana looks really good. I love this dress. And then
Mm-hmm.
we're getting in the judging as well. Like the headpiece is really good. The dress is really good. Like all of them look really good. No one looks out of place. No one looks sloppy. And I really appreciate that, especially on a premiere.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that no one looked out of place. No one looked sloppy. Everyone was clean, professional, and very well done.
Yeah. Even Manuel, that's like the person that's obviously
Yes.
not as involved with drag and like being super dressed up, looks good and like really dressed up for this.
Yes.
So all around, really good job. Really, really good job.
Definitely. Yeah. Everyone looks great. Everyone looks great. So.
Good job, everybody.
Capítulo 1. Bienvenidos al show.
Welcome to the show. Let everybody know I'm not playing the game. I break out of the show. Anyways.
Oh, we're 46 days away from seeing Nemo again on stage.
Oh my god. If you want to hear us talk about this Nemo, go look at our Eurovision channel.
Ding. But let's talk about some beautiful, fabulous, and wonderful looks from our Morbis here. And first up, starting strong, gorgeous, stunning C-Facto.
I mean, look at the material.
Look at the motherfucking material, bitch.
It was so good. Like, the look is so good. It's so detailed. The, like, face paint that she has on is so good. And, like, the tribal-esque tattoos that she has put on her face are also really good. Everything about this is just so detailed and so well thought out. Everything about this really, really works. The performance of it was also good. It was a little low energy, but like it made sense for what we were going for. The only thing that ever happened that went wrong is that the trunk went over her face, but she worked with it and it worked fine and looked good. Overall, this is definitely one of my favorite looks of the night, and I am so excited to see what C-Facto is going to bring to the table, because if this is just the beginning, I am just over the moon excited to see what she brings.
Yeah, I think everything about this from C-Facto was so smartly done. The garment itself is very well made. I love that we're immediately getting this more androgynous look from them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the C-Facto side of their drag persona is the more androgynous side, so I'm glad that we're getting that immediately. I mentioned it in the recap as well, but I really appreciate that on the Instagram for MorbiDrags, we are getting a bit of an explanation for every look. And so here, this look is referencing the beginning of circuses in the 1700s and 1800s, and the incorporation of African elephants. And so referencing that and kind of like blending that with obvious African slavery elements. I really liked the elements of kind of standing up on the stage. I think that was the most powerful part of the presentation for me. It was slow, but I liked that because there was this emotion to the performance, that it added this gravitas, this gravity to the performance that really really stuck out to me. The garment is wonderful. The one part I will say, when the trunk did fall back down, like, that is the only thing, the literal only thing, like, I could take anything off of. But otherwise, like, the makeup is so good, the jeweling is so good, the detailing is all just so spectacularly done. The presentation, the breaking out of the chains, like, all of it is just so spectacular. I'm really, in one episode, so beyond impressed with C-Facto.
Yes.
Scores.
97.
If it wasn't for the damn trunk. Wasn't fucking trunk. I'm gonna give C-Facto a 99. But this is very well done.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm beyond impressed.
Well done, C-Facto.
Well done. Next up, Setan Kween.
Okay. I like this. This is such a glamorous look. And she looks so pretty with this outer layer on. I think she looks really good. She does look like this very typical, like, tarot reader-esque woman that, like, reads your fortune, which is always a look that's always cool to see whenever it's done in this type of, like, shows. We've seen something like this done before in Dracula, and it was one of my favorites, and this yet again is another look that I really, really enjoy. I do wish there was a little more, like it's a little too pretty, in my opinion, for what we're going for, but it's still really nice and it's still really glamorous. It's still really beautiful. My only thing is, once it gets taken off and we have, like, the bodysuit with, like, the three boobs, it's good, but it's just not as impactful. And so I kind of wish it would have just kept on the dress, because the dress in and of itself is already impactful enough as it is. And so taking it off kind of, like, isn't as grand as what you already have on, unfortunately. But I do really like this outfit.
Yeah, I thought this was a very, very strong opening presentation from Setan. I was really impressed. Knowing that I believe she hasn't been doing drag for nearly as long as some of the other queens in the competition. I was really impressed to see something. It was a very strong presentational moment from her. I thought her facial expressions were very good. I know in the judging they talked about kind of controlling facial expression. I would have liked to see a little bit more facial expression, not just the one kind of moment we were getting from her. So I would like to see a bit more theatricality from her. But what we did see was really good. What I really liked was how she handled the reveal, kind of giving us that, like, moment while the boys were around her, kind of getting the garment off of her. I think she handled that very well. We didn't really get a whole lot from her post reveal with the three titties. So I wish we'd gotten a little bit more time enjoying her on stage with the three titties. And I wish there was something else to the situation. Like, I wish there was, like, a third eye to kind of lean more into the Morbi of the MorbiDrags. Like, I wish there was a bit more of a monstrous element to the look. But overall, it's a very clean look. The makeup is good. I was really impressed with Setan here. I thought it was a very good presentation. Scores.
84.
We are pretty spot on so far, 2 for 2. 86.
Yeah, that's pretty similar so far.
Next up, Ambrose Lugosi.
Okay, so
Lugosi,
this isn't
sorry, Ambrose Lugosi. Let me say their names right if I'm going to host this damn show. Ambrose Lugosi.
There you go. This is an outfit that is being worn. Uh,
No.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. This is definitely not the worst look that we saw this episode, but it's definitely underwhelming in my opinion. It does, as I said in the episode review, it felt very much like she was more focused on talking than on getting ready, and it kind of feels like that right here. It feels like every part of this is kind of rushed and unfinished, and like you had an idea and you did it as quickly as possible, and so it's not as glamorous or like as monstrous as you could have gone in either way. Like I can see where we're going with this, and I like parts of this. I think the reveal was good. It wasn't like beautiful. Like what's underneath it doesn't like make the outfit a lot better, but like it does something interesting, and like there's something to be enjoyed. I think the performance was a little lackluster, unfortunately for me. It wasn't giving me the energy that I was really going for. And with the outfit, it just felt messy overall, like with the hair and with the the taking off of the hips. It was just a little messy overall for me. It just didn't quite hit the mark.
Yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying here. I like the concept of this like puppet master kind of character. I think that's really fun. Um I like what's going on with what we're seeing in this photo.
Mhm.
What's going on in the photo that's on our screen currently, if you're watching a video version of this podcast, is very good. It's when she rips everything off in a tantrum that I'm a little bit confused by what's going
Mhm.
on. I didn't get the story necessarily. Um, like, why is the puppet master like she's angry at the puppets, so then she's ripping everything off of her body? Like, I because she's not a puppet. I was confused.
Mhm.
I was confused. The garment itself is fine.
Mhm.
The garment itself is fine. The makeup is what it is.
Mhm.
It's a theatrical, it's puppet-ish. And so for what it is, I'm gonna judge it for what it is, which fits the character she's going for. So I'm not gonna judge it at, I'm intrigued to see what we're gonna get makeup wise from her next week. That's what I'll say.
Mhm. All right.
This was not my favorite look by any means of the imagination. Not my least favorite, because I actually think the garment and the garment was great. The presentation, I was confused by.
Yeah.
So that's where I land. Scores.
74.
75.
That makes sense.
Next up, we have Sandovalisima.
Okay. I actually enjoyed this look quite a bit. I like the presentation of it. I think they use it like the mask being used here are really fun, and I think overall the performance was heading in the right direction until she couldn't walk in the heels, uh, which is really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. I agree with what the judges said. If you can't really wear a shoe, why are you putting it on for the performance of it? Like,
Yeah.
I get that you want to give us a moment with the shoe and that the shoe looks good with this. However, it just isn't like if you can't walk in it, you shouldn't be wearing it. But the outfit in of itself, I think, looks good. I like the tutu. I like the treatment of it. I think the makeup of the prosthetic of the mouth isn't particularly clean, but from far away, it kind of works. So I will be a little lenient on that. I think the makeup on the upper side of her face looks good and it looks dark and creepy, so it works pretty well. And as I said, I like the masks and how they look and how she played with them. So it was fun. It was fun. It's unfortunate that she couldn't walk in these heels.
Yeah, the presentation left a lot to be desired for me, unfortunately. Just, girl, don't wear the heel. If you can't walk in the heel, don't wear the heel. Point blank and the period, just don't wear the heel. But beyond that, I think the look is actually, it's cute, it's simple. We've seen this kind of concept done before. We saw this concept done several times on this runway. I think my biggest gripe about this look, and it's not even really a gripe, I just think it needed to be a bit more monstrous and I needed it to look a little bit dirtier. Like the red and white striped knee socks she's wearing look so clean. Like there's a cleanliness to this look and I needed it to be a little bit grungier. Like I needed this, I needed to understand where this clown character was from. And all of it just felt a little, I'm going to use the word sterile.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was a very sterilized clown. And I needed a point of view for this clown. I agree with you about the prosthetic. When we got the up close shots, the prosthetic was not all that great. It left a lot to be desired, unfortunately. From far away, when we see that far away shot on the right here, it works because it kind of eliminates the mouth altogether, and that does add some horror elements. But up close, it didn't work for me. But overall, the ensemble and the presentation was fine. Yeah. And I don't understand the big chunky necklaces with this either.
Maybe it's supposed to be blood. Like blood dripping.
Why are you wearing big chunky necklaces as blood?
I don't know, girl.
Girl,
I'm trying to help her
big chunky
out
necklace does not blood make.
I don't know. That's my best guess because otherwise, she just looked at these chunky necklaces and said, "Fuck it, yeah, this looks
Blood
good."
necklace? No, not for me, girl. Sorry, not for me, girl. Scores.
80.
69.
Damn.
Sorry, girl.
That's fair.
Next up, Gouda von Cheese.
Okay, I think this one's gonna be the one where we disagree the most.
Probably.
Because I like the concept of this. However, when this first came out, I was incredibly confused because I didn't get like circus from this. I now do understand that this is supposed to be like cotton candy and like the corruption of like innocence. I think it fully didn't work for me. Like this is just not the type of look that I tend to enjoy. Uh, but I think there is definitely quality here. Like it's made well. Everything about this is like made with a lot of care and with a lot of like detailing, and you can tell that it was, and I appreciate it for that. It's just not my style, unfortunately, and so it just missed the mark for me. But I understand why people like it. I I just wanted more monster, like even more monster. I really like the spiky parts of it, but I really wanted it to read circus, and it just didn't really for me.
I love this. This is one of my favorite looks of the night. I think this is so fun. There's something about the presentation. This was one of my favorite presentations of the night. Because there was something about the way she was moving and the way that like, there was this, like, sadness and anguish with which she was, like, moving around the stage that really gave me this, like, freak show, like, distressed character that I just, like, really, really enjoyed. Like, it was giving punk, cotton candy, like, character, and I just, like, there was something about it that I just really positively responded to. I think the makeup here is cool, the wig is cool, all of it is just really, really cool. And I really enjoy it. So I enjoy what Miss Gouda is cheesing up here. Big fan. Big fan, Gouda. Big fan. I knew what I was doing picking her first in my draft. So there we go. Scores.
70.
90.
Damn.
I'll fight you on that. And
I said I get it. It's just not for me.
I know.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
Oh, poor baby Sativa.
Our poor baby. Our poor baby. Okay. Okay, so first of all, the outfit in and of itself is fine. The outfit is fine. It's not the most unique because it's clearly like based off of it and like the clown. And so I wish there was a little bit more originality with it. And like, I don't think it's far enough away from the actual reference for it to just only say that you were inspired by it. So I wish there was just a little bit more originality there. But the actual look in and of itself looks fine. It's nothing to really write home about. Um, I like that she really went for the performance, and I appreciate that she like really tried and she really went for it. It just unfortunately didn't work because there was just mistake after mistake after mistake and after accident after accident happening, and just the boobs falling out really really damaged this look and really made it look cheap. And then the popping of the balloon, there was not enough blood in it for it to really make an impact for it. So just for me, it just feels like this just didn't go far enough. It feels like Sativa didn't take it as far enough as she could have in any way, shape, or form. And the breastplate really popping off really, really was a problem for me. Unfortunately, it just didn't work.
I'm trying to figure out how it fully fell off.
Yeah, because like you're supposed to
Like,
wear it around your neck. So
the
how?
entire thing fell off.
Yeah.
I don't I genuinely don't understand the logistics of how the entire, like, it. I'm literally watching it back on my other computer right now,
Hmm.
trying to figure out, like, it doesn't even seem like, it seems like it was just stuffed into the costume.
Why would you do
And
that,
then she trips, and then it falls out.
girl?
Oh, baby.
No, I'm
And
sorry.
the worst part of the whole thing is this is one of my favorite costumes of the night. Like, the
That's fair.
costume is so good.
Mhm.
Like, the makeup is so good. The hair fits. Like, the presentation, like, her facial expression is so good.
Mhm.
Like, so many things about this presentation were so good. And she just couldn't recover from the titty
Mhm.
bib. Like, by the end, she's just like holding the titty bib in. And it sucks because I'm gonna have to judge it accordingly, but I really like the detail in the garment because there's this like it's almost like spray painted across. There's this like
Mhm.
black spray painted line across that is so well done. Like, it looks like she was like this marked clown doll. Like, it's so well done. And
Yeah.
like, clearly there's such a point of view to this character but the presentation was a complete myth.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like, this is my girl, like, oh, Sativa, girl.
Sativa, we love you, the house down boots, but like
Oh.
the performance of it really tanks this score, unfortunately.
Scores.
65.
Okay, that's also what I was gonna give her, so I feel better about it now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. I
Because
love you.
the costume is too good. The garment is too good.
Like
And
I
the
see a lot of
paper
potential with
bow,
it.
it's so good.
Yeah, we started off really strong with the paper boat, and it just went
Yeah.
downhill.
Sorry, girl.
Yeah.
Next up, Luxie Luu.
Yeah, this is the absolute complete opposite end of the spectrum for me, because like we kind of liked Sativa's look. We saw that it was well made and that it was like it had a lot of detailing on it that even though for me it didn't fully work, it was there and I appreciated it. This one is just a little bit basic. However, the performance really elevates it the same way that Sativa's performance really tanked it. This was just so full of energy, and the cartwheels were wild. The taking of like the magic trick of the head and the hat really worked. And this really gave me the monster that I was really looking for. Like this is horrible to look at in the best way possible. Like it's scary. I could see this kind of like masked killer energy in like Dead by Daylight. Like this is the kind of energy
This
that I
is
would.
so Dead by Daylight. No, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
like this kind of horrible, corrupted creature that's wearing this bunny mask absolutely works for me, and the performance of it really works. I do agree with what Desiree said. I believe Desiree did say this, that she wishes that the shoe would have been uh like the foot of the rabbit, and I wish that now that she said it, I wish that was true, because you know how like you cut off
Mm-hmm.
the foot of the rabbit because it's luck. I wish she would have had something to deal with that, or like even have a collection of rabbit feet. That would have been fun, even if they're fake. But even then, I think this is really fun, really interesting, and I think she really elevated with the performances. So overall, really well done.
Yeah, I think she did really well. Very deserving of a top placement in this episode. I was really impressed with Luxie. The one little gripe that I had, and I'm not gonna dock her for it personally. It was a camera angle thing. When she put the hat down, you could see the inside of the hat, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I don't love that. But hey, I got it. It's a live performance. I was a live performer. I understand. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the Dead by Daylight comparison is so accurate, and I love that. I absolutely love that comparison. Yeah, this presentation was so good. This like upbeat, cheery, but like murderous rabbit character
Mm-hmm.
is so spot on for this category. I do wish she had the rabbit's foot. I think that would have added like just an extra layer of fun to it.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, a very good start for her. I'm very excited to see what else she's going to do.
Yes.
Scores
89.
91.
Ooh. Going to the 90s. Oh.
Next up, Androgina Godhell.
Well, David is not here to say it. So I will. This nude illusion is terrible.
The illusion of being a noodle is not noodling on this occasion.
No, it's not noodling in any way, shape, or form. And Androgina, you're probably watching this. I love you the
And
house
we
ending.
live for you, girl. We
I
do.
love you. I love you
We
so
live for you,
hard.
girl.
I love you so hard. But this is one of my least favorite looks that I've seen so far. Like, it's just doesn't work. I like the ambition of doing something like this. I understand why you would try to do something like this, but it's just really messy, and the parts that are not messy are basic. Like from the waist down, it's just a very basic skirt with very basic stockings with very basic shoes. And from the waist up, it's bumpy, it's messy, it looks uncomfortable to not only wear but to look at, and not in a good way. Uh, like it looks like it's itchy, it looks like you are like not sitting comfortably, and that's not the way that you want to look when you are performing in this type of thing. And then the performance of it was also really messy. It was really, really messy to the point where a lot of us thought that she was having mistakes when I actually think that she was purposefully taking the head off this monster,
Yeah, it seemed like the goal was to take the head off the monster and shove it in her pussy.
which didn't work.
No.
It just didn't work. It looked really messy. And as I said in the video like review, I wish that once she would have removed the head, that there would have been blood there, because you are basically mutilating yourself. You're removing another body part from you. So why is it coming off clean? Why is there no blood in it? Like there should
Mm-hmm.
have been some blood in there at the very least, even if it's just a little bit around the neck of this head. I don't know. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, it doesn't look good. The hand on the other side, you can tell it's flopping and that it's just not stuffed properly. It's just not good, unfortunately. Androgina, I love you, but this is just not it.
What he said.
Hmm.
Like oh, it's just oh. And like compared, it took me aback because when we saw the performance, everyone else's was like a solid minute or like a minute and a half, and it was like a really like drawn out like good performance, and there was like theatrical elements. She was on stage for literally like 20 seconds and was just like
Yeah.
doing her thing, and then she walked off, and I was just like, oh baby, like I don't want to see anyone like lose confidence or like not perform to the best of their talent or what they want to show on any given day. So it sucked to see. Ultimately, the presentation was not there, the look was not there.
Mhm.
The concept is great. I think the concept is really
Yeah.
good. It was a very different concept from anything else we had seen on this runway, so I did really appreciate that. But ultimately, not the best.
Mhm. Yeah.
Scores.
Unfortunately, 62.
Oh, you're being nice.
Yeah.
Androgina, I love you. I think you're fabulous. I gave you a 44.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. There's just one look that I like it less.
Oh, well, I don't think it's Dystopia Monumental.
No, it is not Dystopia Monumental. I actually really, really enjoyed this look. Apart from the shoe, the shoe
The
is a crime.
shoes.
As I said, I would have even preferred if you went barefoot and you just put like black ink
And the
on
judges
your
said
feet.
that, and I would have loved that. I would have absolutely lived for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I really like this idea. I already like Dystopia's like take on drag because of course they're going for mutant, which is not something that we see a lot of. And I also really appreciate that it's very different, a different type of mutant than we got from like Astra. Astra is doing her type of mutant, and Dystopia is doing her type of mutant, and they both look like mutants, but they're both very, very different. And this one is just giving me filthy, kind of disgusting horror monster, which I really, really appreciate. The performance of it is was wild. I really enjoy a lot of what's going on here. Like the going for something as basic as like the tattooed woman and then having this type of look based off of it, it's really impressive. I just everything about this is just really well done. I really appreciate everything about that. And I might be biased because I think Dystopia is hot, but this is definitely up there for me. This is definitely up there for me. I really, really enjoyed this.
Drink every time Eduardo mentions that he thinks Dystopia is hot.
Well, am I wrong?
No, not at all. Not even close. Not even fucking close. You're very correct. You're very correct here, my love. No, I think other than the shoe, which I hate with every fiber of my being, other than the shoe, this is great. I think this is absolutely great. All of the detail work on this kind of top piece is really great. The face is great. I thought it was interesting to have the little bit of the stomach showing. I don't exactly get it, but I'm, not per se. I just didn't exactly get what necessarily it was going for. So, according to Dystopia, according to the Instagram for MorbiDrags, first of all, they said, let's hope it's not the Night of 1,000 Clowns, which I think is very funny. They were like at least being self-referential here. They said they ventured into the circus of famous phenomenon that started in the 17th century. Like nail in the nose, bearded woman, the extreme tattoo situations where they start from the tip of the toe or the eyelid. So it's more like the tattoo, like where they become an amorphous figure filled with tattoos and ink. Interesting. Okay. I kind of like that. Then. Yeah, I think the concept is really cool. Presentationally, I really liked having the ink kind of pulled out, and then having that kind of as a prop throughout the whole thing. Yeah, presentationally really cool. I love their style of drag, and I think it's really cool to have it represented here. I can't wait to see what they're going to do on the rest of this season. Yeah, other than the shoe, I think it's a really strong look. Scores.
92.
83.
Fair.
Next up, Aradia von Rotten.
I like the ambition
Yes.
that we had for this. I appreciate taking a risk. Aradia, I love you, the house down. I love you so much. Mama, this is garbage.
No.
I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I want to talk, of course, because like I don't know anything about drag. So Aradia, you can read me in the comments. But it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me because like it doesn't make sense for me. Like, okay, you are a popcorn, like a mutant creature popcorn. Then why do you have another head on top of your head? Like if your chest and your stomach is your head, why do you have another head? And why, if the point of it is for you to have two heads, why is one covered in popcorn and then the other one isn't covered in the same look of popcorn? And it's just a little too messy for me. It's just a little too messy for me. It's a little too arts and crafty for me. As I said, I appreciate what we're going for. And like Astra said, I appreciate the taking of unconventional materials and the trying to make something new. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look good in my opinion. And what's unfortunately worse is that the performance of it didn't even allow me to actually get a really good look at this look. Like how the judges said it themselves, half of the time she spent it on the floor biting on this monster, not on this monster, on this human because this monster was eating it. And so it just I couldn't really get a good look at what was going on, unfortunately. And so it just was a little too messy for me. And just I I don't like the shape of it. It just maybe it's because I came to expect so much from Aradia because I've been following her for a while. So I came to expect really good drag, and so this is this really let me down, unfortunately. So yeah, this is unfortunately one of my least favorites.
That's fair. I will say, based their description of this is inspired by the cartoon Killer Tomatoes and the movie Alien Clowns. And in this
Amazing.
universe that they've created, popcorn was mixed with radioactive materials and came back to life with a lot of bloodthirst and Valentina hot sauce. And I will say, the moment she pulled out the Valentina hot sauce, I said, "This is my bitch,"
I
because
mean, yeah,
I
I
have a
did
bottle of
appreciate the
Valentina
Valentina.
hot sauce in my fridge at any given moment.
Mine is right there. It's right there. I could literally
Mine is
go
in
get
my
it right now.
fridge. Mine is in my fridge. The Valentina hot sauce was my favorite part of this entire gig. Period. 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 Clock
There
the
you go.
Valentina. Clock. Well, she was on one season of the Mexican program. The Valentina lives on somehow in Mexico.
I mean, yeah.
I love the concept of this.
Hmm.
I love the concept of this. Radioactive popcorn, I think, is very fun.
Yeah.
I love that we're going for something more unconventional. Mama, it's a big sheet.
Hmm.
Mama, it's a big sheet.
Hmm.
Like, Mama, it's a big sheet. Mama, it's a big sheet.
And the fact
Mama,
that
it's a
like
big sheet.
once she was done, she had her feet basically inside of her mouth, and so the monster didn't even look correct. It was
No.
really unfortunate.
Mama, it's a big sheet with a mouth. Mama, it's a big sheet with a mouth.
Mama,
Mama, it's a big sheet.
Mama, a big sheet behind you.
Mama, a big sheet with a mouth behind you.
Oh, oh, Grace.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No.
I'm so sorry,
Oh,
Aradia. I love you so
I love
much.
you, Aradia. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Scores?
47.
Oh no. I'm gonna give her a 60 because I really appreciate the concept.
Well, you're being nice, but David's a lot nicer. I can see his scores right here. He's being real nice
Oh,
to this like.
oh,
So
interesting.
yeah.
Oh, we could have given out David's scores for everything. Oh, well.
I forgot. Anyways.
Yeah, we both... Sorry, David.
We're sorry, David.
Love you, David. Sorry, David.
Yeah, sorry.
And last up on the runway, Maely Fish.
Okay. The look, I think, is good. I like the actual look in and of itself. The hair is good. The beard is good. The fur that she's wearing all around her body is good. I think the actual bodysuit that she's wearing with all of these like clasps and chains look good. So overall, this is a good look. The problem is that the performance was just a little bit too hectic. It just we didn't same thing, very similar thing that with what happened with Aradia. We didn't really have a lot of time to actually get to look at this because half of the time she spent with her mouth pretend biting this other man and trying to kill him. And so we didn't really get a good look at what she was wearing, which is really unfortunate. Uh, yeah, the performance, I don't mind that the performance was really violent. My biggest issue is that just that since the performance was so hectic, we didn't really get to actually get to see the look, which is one of the biggest part of this like challenge. So it just left a little bit to be desired, but there's, as I said, the actual look in and of itself is good. So there's something to like here. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think, the look is a bodysuit, a corset, some chains, and some fur leg warmers. That's the look. This is not a groundbreaking look by any means of the imagination. That's just tea. She's a very pretty girl. I appreciate that we got something that was, more of a creature-like makeup. And I will give her major props for the makeup here because the makeup is very lion-esque. I do like the wig. I like all of the fur detailing. The presentation is where she lost me a little bit. It was a little violent to the point where she literally lost her tail and several of the chains on the outfit. So it definitely did take away from the performance. Like, I think it, I think she's got a lot of energy and I do really appreciate the energy. I would like to see the energy reined in a little bit in order to, even when she was getting critiques, she was still kind of doing this like character thing, which I appreciate being in character, but she's got a little bit of the drag delusion, which I appreciate in a girl. I do appreciate in a girl. But I don't know. I want her to rein it in a little bit.
Yeah.
I want it reined in a little bit. She's at 135 right now. I need her at like 95.
Yeah.
But I appreciate being at 135. I hope she didn't damage that man.
I
really hope she didn't damage that man. But yeah. Overall, not bad. A very, drag standard kind of look. Not mad at it. Good color palette. Well done. Scores.
82.
72.
All right.
Period. Well, that is that on that for this here occasion. So thank you very much for joining us for this look over here for the very first ever episode of MorbiDrags. Like I said, if you have not checked out our episode recap, make sure to go check that out because we talked all things the premiere episode, all 2 hours of it. Boy, was there a lot. Make sure to check out the description as well, where you can find all of our audio podcast links, as well as our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. With all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So, cheers, Morbi.
Cheers. Woo.